on this episode of Stark Raving Hazelnuts.
Knockoff toy friends, are you ever out driving around looking for toys and you come across one of those crazy liquidation centers? You know the kind I mean. They look like this. You ever go inside? Wow, they look like this. You can spend hours just going through skids, boxes, and disheveled shelves. But sometimes you can find knockoff gold. And that's what happened to me. Last week in Woodstock, Ontario, Canada, I found knockoff gold. Or rather, I should say knockoff bat gold. Look at all these 20-year-old knockoff Batman figures. Great packaging too. What do you say? I crack one of these open and we see what it does on this, the latest episode
Of Stark Raving Hazelnuts. Welcome, my friends, to another episode of Stark Raving Hazelnuts. I'm Johnny B, and here is the collection. The vintage knockoff Batman action figures that I picked up at this really out-of-the-way liquidation center in Woodstock, Ontario, Canada. I happened to be in the area because there was an antique mall there. So after I was finished, I just decided, why not drive around? And there was this... right here, there it is there. One of those liquidation centers that just looked dark and dingy, and sure enough, it was dark and dingy. I went in, it was totally disheveled and disorganized, but I found these hanging on a pin board, and I just grabbed all of them. I grabbed all of them because I've never seen them before. They're 20 years old. You'll never see these again. Likely not. So I just picked them all up, and... wow, what a cool find. And let's take a look at them, shall we? Why not? Now that I've got one out. These figures, one thing when you're buying figures like this that are this old, the one thing you always want to check is whether or not they come with some sort of light or voice, because that means after 20 years, the battery inside this thing, ooh, yikes, it's going to be corroded. And sure enough, it was. I unscrewed it. These figures are all screwed in. So I unscrewed the back. I took out the corroded battery. And then the wires, the connector wires, there was two of them. I went over them with like a little sculpting tool. And you kind of go in and just kind of scrape off the rust or patina. And generally, the figure, once you replace new those little puck-style batteries, you put them in, and the figure will work just fine. And you get this crazy, bright, laser pointer level light in this thing that would just put out a kid's eye. Now, the figure itself is really cool, full articulation everywhere. Really super lightweight, bristly cape. You get head turning, transfer stamps here. And you'll notice on the sculpt, this is what is called a unibody, basically because the hand is sculpted in the Spider-Man web shooter pose. So you can bet that this probably came in Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man. The other two were not there. But it's cool. So they just cast them in a different plastic and they put different stamping and a different head on. Yeah, really cool. And the packaging is hilarious. Look at this. So they didn't even bother printing like a Batman label. They just slapped the Spider-Man 2 label on. And this is obviously the Tobey Maguire film. On the back it says, "True hero, Mysterio's menace. The world is not equanimity." It's not equanimity. Wow. Really cool figures. Now, if you watch Stark Raving Hazelnuts, you already know that I've done other Batman figures, because Batman's like one of the most popular toys, so we always do them. A couple weeks ago, I did this one. This is a really cool set that I got. So it's the Avengers Superhero Union Legend Collection with Batman and Superman. I have this video. Check my inventory. Go into my catalog and you can watch a whole segment on this one. And other episodes that I've done with Batman are like this one, where I compare a knockoff Batman to a Mattel Batman. That's pretty cool. And then there was one where I had this giant-sized Batman, which was kind of not unlike this in that it had the same type of pose. It came in Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man, but it was just gigantic. So you can check out that video as well. And he's actually got a voice box. It's really cool. So there it is. So yeah, guys, I always check out like liquidation centers when I see them, because more often than not, experience has taught me that I will generally find some sort of toy department in there, and if I'm really lucky, I will find knockoff toys, and I do. So I always check them because it's a lot cheaper than ordering them. It's a lot cheaper than buying them off eBay or anything like that, because shipping these days will kill you. Anyway, guys, there it is, the knockoff vintage Spider-Man 2 Batman action figure. I hope you liked the show. It's a short one today because really, what more is there to say? So, guys, if you do like knockoff toys and you do like Stark Raving Hazelnuts, you can always give me a like, okay, and a subscribe, because I'm always coming out with new videos and I've got more stuff to show you. This is Johnny B, Stark Raving Hazelnuts. You guys have yourself a good evening, and remember, it doesn't matter how old you are. I'm an old guy, and I still collect toys. They're here for fun. They're here to be collected. So, just enjoy. We'll see you real soon on the next video.